Welcome to Chesapeake Public Schools Family Empowerment Webinar presented by the Office of Family and Community Engagement. Our office, which is part of the Department of Engagement, aims to build meaningful partnerships that inspire, engage, and empower families, educators, and the community organizations to support the initiatives of Chesapeake Public Schools. You can reach us at our main phone line or via email at the contact information listed on the screen. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to working together to strengthen our community and support our students. Our goal is to continue providing families with valuable webinars, events, and information to empower them in the educational setting. We are excited to offer our families the Peak Parent University course catalog, which provides an overview of all of our events for the school year. Here, you can also catch up on pre-recorded webinars, explore a wide range of educational resources, and make valuable community connections to enhance your family's well-being. Please take a moment to scan the QR code, which will give you access to our Peak Parent University. This will provide you with monthly updates, including descriptions, times, and locations of upcoming events. You can also go to cpschools.com and in the search menu type Peak Parent University. We thank you for joining us for Early Learning Opportunities with Chesapeake to learn more about various programs that are available to our early learners. Before we get started, please note that this webinar was pre-recorded to be shared on the Chesapeake Public Schools YouTube channel. If you have any questions regarding this webinar, please reference contact information provided for each learning opportunity. Now, I have the pleasure of introducing our expert panelists. Joining us today, I have Lauren Perez, Supervisor for Chesapeake Preschool Initiative, Christine Starkey, Early Childhood Special Education Coordinator at Chesapeake Public Schools, Tanya Murphy, Family and Community Engagement Coordinator with Head Start, and Shaughnessy Butler, Chesapeake Thrives Coordinator. During this informational session, we will discuss the CPI program and enrollment information, early childhood and special education information, the reverse mainstream program, the Head Start program, and we will follow up with community resources that help with before and after school care. At this time, I will turn the program over to Lauren Perez to discuss the CPI program.
Thank you, Ms. Carey, for the introduction. As she mentioned, I am the proud CPI supervisor, and I am thrilled to be here today to share some information about the CPI program. CPI is a full-day preschool setting serving 4-year-olds within the Chesapeake community. It is a state-funded program partnering with Chesapeake Public Schools through the Virginia Department of Education, otherwise known as VDOE. It is designed to capture possible at-risk preschoolers to ensure that they have a solid foundation as they begin their educational journey to eventually bridge into kindergarten readiness. Due to this format, please understand that we are not a first-come, first-served program. So let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about our CPI program. So CPI aligns with the Chesapeake Public Schools District. That means that we have a full day of instruction and our hours are consistent with the other grades, kindergarten through 5th. We also follow the Chesapeake Public Schools calendar regarding school openings and closings. We are hosted in 9 school buildings, which are listed on the screen. However, please know that we serve all areas and schools of Chesapeake within our own unique school feeder system. That means any student that is accepted into our CPI program will attend a designated CPI school, which might not be their zoned kindergarten homeschool zone. Bus transportation is also provided as long as you are attending your designated CPI school. As I mentioned earlier, we do have limited spots within our program. We currently are able to have 360 students in the program, and we maintain an active wait list for each of our sites. There are 20 classrooms in total, and each classroom has 18 students. Every classroom has 2 highly qualified educators, a teacher and a teacher assistant, who are Chesapeake Public Schools employees, with the teachers obtaining a full Virginia teacher's license. CPI is aligned with the VQB5 system within the Virginia Department of Education. This means that we are a part of the Unified Virginia Quality Birth to 5 monitoring and enhancement system. Our goal is to maintain strong interactions between students and educators, as well as ensuring educational success and high quality teaching through development such as individualized professional development for all of our educators. On the right-hand side, there's a sample schedule of how the day is broken down. There are 2 meals a day, along with an opportunity for a snack. A 1-hour nap and outdoor recess is built around the instructional components as well. There are structured time for learning through play, whole group, and small group activities. Our play-infused curriculum is Stream 3, which focuses on hands-on learning and early learning development standards. We also use Hegarty, a foundational literacy supplemental program, and a social-emotional curriculum called Character Strong. We administer state-approved assessments up to 3 times a year to help with monitoring instructional growth. These assessments encompass foundational math and literacy skills, as well as self-regulation and social skills. Your child's growth will be shared and celebrated with your child's teacher. In order to enroll for this program, you do have to be found eligible and offered a spot. To be eligible, your child needs to be 4 by this upcoming September, a Chesapeake resident, and align with at least one of our eligibility factors. So let's dive into our eligibility factors. These are some of the factors that are considered when determining if a student is eligible. Each of these are presented within the application process and are able to be elaborated on or explained during the screening process. If you are interested in applying for CPI, there are several steps or phases to the entire process. It goes from applying to having a screening and then being enrolled if a spot is offered. Starting at the application phase, parents or guardians need to first gather the required documentation and then complete the application, which has 2 parts, the pre-registration and the questionnaire. From there, once the application phases, including the required documents, are complete, they will be reviewed and a phone call screening appointment will be scheduled. All applicant statuses will be emailed the first week in July. Whether you are accepted into the program or receiving a waitlist status, you will receive a notification. If you are accepted into CPI, you will receive directions on how to complete enrollment with your child's designated CPI school. It is important to note that all completed applications that are submitted prior to June 15th will be screened for the first wave of offers. Applications after June 15th or incomplete applications will be automatically waitlisted and considered for spots at a later date. I know I went over a lot, so please know that there are steps on our Chesapeake Public Schools CPI website that will help guide you through the process. I also want to take a moment to quickly review one possible tricky spot. I isolated the portion that I am mentioning, and please know this is how the section will look on the website. However, let's go ahead and take that highlighted portion and make it a little bit bigger so we can see what I am referencing a little better. So when applying, there are 3 possible scenarios that will apply to your family, all of which are indicated in the blue sections. You will want to select the one that applies best to your family. If you do not have any children in Chesapeake Public Schools, you will need to start a pre-registration by creating a Parent View account. If you already have older children in Chesapeake Public Schools, then you will want to log into your current Parent View that is linked to your other child or children to create a new pre-registration for CPI. Please do not create a new Parent View account. Then the last scenario is if you already have a current preschooler who is already enrolled in Chesapeake Public Schools, perhaps they're receiving special education services, or they are already a reverse mainstream student, then you would not complete a Parent View pre-registration and you're going to submit a Chesapeake Public Schools CPI interest form. Just as a reminder, all of this information is on the website and the drop downs will show you the directions and the appropriate links to help you. Spiraling back to the important documents for your convenience, this is the list of required documentation for submitting your CPI online pre-registration. Please note that the last green bullet, the physical and shot record, is not required to apply, but will be required if your child is offered a spot and needs to enroll in school. Due to the high demand of physicals within the doctor's office, I highly recommend that you move forward with completing that piece so it does not prevent enrollment for the first day of school. As you move forward, if you have any additional questions, you are welcome to reach out to our CPI office, and we would be happy to help your family. Thank you for having me share some information on CPI, and now I'm going to pass it along to some other great preschool programs, which will be delivered by Ms. Christine Starkey.
Thank you, Lauren. And again, I am the Early Childhood Special Education Coordinator with Chesapeake Public Schools. Today, we are going to discuss what to do if you suspect that your child has a disability and are ages 2 to 5 years old. So what exactly is early childhood special education? Early childhood special education, sometimes frequently referred to ECSE, provides specialized instruction and services from children ages birth to age 5 who have developmental delays or disabilities that are impacting them educationally. These services are mandated under the federal law IDEA or the Individuals with Disability Education Act. In Virginia, if you have a child who is age 2 to 5, they can access special education services through your local school division, Chesapeake Public Schools. I did want to let you know that if you do have concerns ages birth to 3, there is an overlap in Virginia, and parents are allowed to choose what would be best for their child and their family between 2 and 3 years old. But if you do have concerns with your child ages birth to 3, please contact our partners in early intervention, and that would be at the Infant Toddler Connection of Virginia. And the website is itcva.online, right there online on the screen. So what exactly is early childhood special education? Early childhood is specialized instruction, and it is services that are designed to address weaknesses and delays to support development in 5 different learning domains. These domains are adaptive behavior, cognition, communication, motor, social emotional development, and they all must have an impact on education. These services are special education services, and our goal as early childhood special education teachers and service providers is to work on those areas of need so students are more prepared for school-aged general education settings. Because we do fall under the scope of special education, we do have to follow the guidelines and regulations for special education, including Child Find. The law here, I just wanted everybody to have it so that they could see it, is that each local school division will have an active and continuing Child Find program. This Child Find program is designed to identify, locate, and evaluate children who live in the city of Chesapeake and who maybe are in the need of special education related services and children who have disabilities. Our Child Find process for Chesapeake starts with a referral. So our process is following these easy 4 steps, but again, the first process is referral. From referral to eligibility, we do by law have 65 business days to complete the process. This is approximately 3 months. So to start that process, if you suspect your child has a disability or is in need of developmentally delayed services or any other services, you would give us a call. Our contact information is listed in a few slides, so be ready to write that information down. You will call our secretary. She will take the referral. During the referral, several questions will be asked. Things such as your contact information, address, parent and guardian information, and then we do ask some more specific child development questions. And those could be things such as, how was your child's development from infancy? Were there any complications with the birth or the pregnancy? Has the child had any illnesses or hospitalizations during infancy, toddlerhood, or pre-K? Has there been any other services that have been received, private services? Are there any diagnoses? Does your child take any medications? Has there been any concerns with hearing or ear infections? And do you suspect that your child may be blind or have visual impairments? We also get concerns from the parent. Why do you think that your child may have a disability? So you just share your concerns and what you have been seeing. After taking that referral, our secretary, our early childhood special education secretary, will then schedule a meeting, which is step 2. That meeting has to occur within 10 days of the referral. We call that meeting our Child Study Committee meeting, and it occurs here at the school administration building. We're on Christina Way, and we do ask that a parent and the child come and attend that meeting. The meeting is going to usually take about approximately an hour. It's in a classroom-like setting, and there's a few members of our early childhood team. People such as our chairperson, which will take all of the minutes and make sure that you get all of the documentations and the paperwork is completed, an early childhood special education teacher, and an evaluator will be in the meeting. If you have other people that you would like to attend the meeting because they know your child so well, people such as grandparents or daycare or babysitter providers, they are more than welcome to attend. What we do at this meeting is we play and engage in an informal setting to see where your child is developing in those 5 domains that we talked about earlier. The purpose of the committee is to get all of the information and take data during that time, but then ultimately it is to determine as a team and a committee, do they suspect a disability? If a disability is suspected, they will move forward and ask for more evaluations. The team could let you know, hey, everything looks great. We do not suspect a disability and your child is on track with normal development. However, if a disability is suspected, the committee will review the evaluations that they are requesting, and they will ask for consent from the parent or guardian. Virginia is a consent state, and we cannot move forward without parental consent. At that time, if you give us consent, we will schedule an evaluation. Evaluations happen at a separate time, but they're right back here in the same building, right next door to where the Child Study Committee meeting takes place. In the evaluation, it's done through play, and the evaluations that are requested, those people will conduct those evaluations. Sometimes it may look like a school psychologist doing a developmental and a speech therapist doing a speech language evaluation, but it's done through play and it takes about an hour. After that is finished, about 2 weeks after that, you'll receive the written reports from the evaluations, and an eligibility meeting will be scheduled. At eligibility, our eligibility chair will lead the meeting. Similar people will attend this meeting that were in the child study meeting. These meetings are virtual, so you will receive a Google Meet link and you can participate virtually. People that will be attending those meetings are individuals such as a speech language pathologist, an early childhood special educator, our eligibility chairperson, a school social worker, and a school psychologist. Any evaluations that were requested will be reviewed, any questions will be answered, and there will be discussion about how the committee feels your child is doing. These on the screen are our categories of special education that are provided by the Virginia Department of Education. The eligibility team will go through them and make a determination as to which ones they feel best need to be reviewed for your child. Each child is individual. Each group that we look at is individual. So as you go through the meeting, you'll get a better understanding specifically of which categories you are looking at. The eligibility meeting will go through a criteria worksheet for the specific category and make a determination if your child is eligible for special education services or not. If your child is eligible, an individualized education program will be written within 30 days of the eligibility, and that really is the individualized plan as to what services would look like for your child. I'm not going to go into the different services that we have for early childhood special education because it is very individualized for each child and is based on the strengths and weaknesses of each child and the evaluations that are completed on each child. Additional information that we have here for you, again, those individualized programs are developed to target those identified areas and weaknesses, and it's done through specially designed instruction. Students have to be found eligible through the special education process. We just don't place students in there. We take it very seriously that it is special education, and we do follow that process. If you have concerns about your child's development, please call our secretary, Ms. Linda Nichols, and there's the phone number to make a referral. She will be happy to answer any other questions or to go ahead and take that referral and schedule that initial appointment for child study committee meeting. Another program that we have within our early childhood special education is the Reverse Mainstream program. The Reverse Mainstream program happens and occurs within our early childhood special education classrooms. Our early childhood special education classrooms are half-day programs that occur in all of our primary and elementary buildings. It is a special education classroom that is run by a special education teacher, and a TA is there to support. The reason why we have Reverse Mainstream is so that our special needs students can have access to general education, typically developing peers. Our teachers are all certified in special education, and our classrooms are all special education classrooms. Each teacher uses a variety of materials and resources. This includes the Streaming 3 curriculum. However, the lessons are individualized to cover those 5 domains of preschool learning: adaptive behavior, cognitive, communication, motor, and social emotional development. Our classrooms all focus on increasing communication, independent skills, and appropriate social skills. If you're interested in applying for the Reverse Mainstream program, it is open for children that are 3 as of September 30th and 4. They cannot have an IEP, so they cannot be a student with a disability. You need to go to our ChesapeakePublicSchools.com, and that would be our early learning website. Reverse Mainstreaming is there, and there is an application to click on. The application is a Google form. Our program is first come, first serve, so you would fill that out. We will start assigning spots in our programs as of April 13th. There is a cost associated with this program, and it is not available in all of our classrooms. So again, if you have more questions about the Reverse Mainstream program, please visit our website or give us a call. And lastly, here is our contact information. We are located within the Department of Exceptional Learning in the School Administration Building here at Christina Way. And there is our phone number for myself and for Linda Nichols, our Early Childhood Special Education Secretary. Now I am going to pass it along to Tanya Murphy, and she is the Family and Community Engagement Coordinator for Head Start.
Thank you so much, Christine, for all that great information. My name again is Tanya Murphy, and I am the Family and Community Engagement Coordinator for the HRCAP Head Start program, and I service the South Side. So in partnership with our federal preschool programs, I will give a brief overview of the HRCAP Head Start program. What is Head Start? Head Start is a nationally federally funded preschool program that offers school readiness skills and other comprehensive services to children ages 3 and 4 years old and their families to help them to become more self-sufficient. Head Start's primary goal is to provide comprehensive services to children, ensuring that they are prepared for kindergarten. Head Start focus areas include nutrition. We serve a breakfast, lunch, and PM snack to our children. Mental health disabilities. Home visits. Family support services. We engage the family in creating a family partnership agreement to set goals for the family and for their children. School readiness. Our classes are from Monday and Friday, 8:30 until 3 p.m. And we also partner with the public schools in order to provide information for what families can expect when their children transition into kindergarten. Parent engagement. We encourage our families to join our policy council. This gives them a voice that directly impacts their children that we serve for Head Start. And services for children with special education needs. Head Start serves under the umbrella of the Hampton Roads Community Action Program, HRCAP, serving, of course, Chesapeake, Hampton, Newport News, and Norfolk. A family must reside in one of the cities that we serve. You can go to the hrcapinc.org website to apply online today. The supporting documents required are proof of age, proof of income, proof of residency, and a government-issued photo. Your supporting documents can be uploaded onto your application when you apply. Thank you so much. And next, I'll pass it on to Chauncey.
Thank you, Tanya, for that introduction. Hello, my name is Shaughnessy Butler, and I am the coordinator for the Chesapeake Thrives program. Today, I will share a few resources that may be helpful when looking for childcare during the school year. So, one resource you can use for childcare support is Childcare VA. Childcare VA is a place where you can find high quality childcare programs. You can search by providers where you can learn more about questions you should ask your providers, check for licensing information, and more. You can also find care and type in specific qualities you are looking for in a child care provider. If you're looking for financial assistance to help support child care costs, you can visit the Common Help website. For families who may be eligible to receive assistance, this will help so that you can work or attend any educational program while your child is in child care. In addition, on the Common Health website, you can also apply for subsidy money, health benefits, SNAP benefits, and more. Another child care website that you can go to is Child Care Aware. This is another website that provides child care resources and provider information. You can also find more information on various safety tips, provider resources, and availability of quality child care providers just by going through the different links. And last but not least is the Chesapeake Resource Guide. This is the Chesapeake's one-stop shop for a variety of resources, not only in the city of Chesapeake, but throughout the Hampton Roads area. As you flip through the guide, if you are looking for resources to additional child care support, to behavioral health support, food resources, educational classes, health support, and many more, you will find them in this resource guide. And the last topic I want to cover is our program, the Chesapeake Thrives program. Chesapeake Thrives is a public/private partnership that seeks to connect residents to services at any stage of their life by addressing our 9 different priority areas, such as aging in the community, behavioral health, early childhood, health, housing, poverty and economic support, safety and security, school age programs and support, and workforce development. If you are ever in need of some type of assistance in one of these different priority areas, whether you are, like I spoke about earlier, looking for food assistance, you're in need of housing support, you're in need of trying to seek help for behavioral health or health resources, you can always reach out to us at our 757-382 city number, and we'll be able to help you out in any way possible just by talking to one person, and then we'll be able to assist you. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all of our panelists. We thank you for joining us for early learning opportunities in Chesapeake. If you want to know more about other events hosted by our district, please scan the QR codes located on the screen. Don't forget to download our app so that you can get all the updates and notification about your child's school and the district. As always, remember, families and communities work better together. Thank you.